can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. Whoa, I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive.
Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I hope everyone's having a good day. I just wanted to come on here today. We got some pretty important transits, and I'm like, you know what? I might as well come live. Have a good day. It's Friday. We're here to have a good time, and I wanted to give back a little bit to everyone in the community. And I'm going to be doing some polls for people today, as we're just going to be doing a quick check-in, whether that's going to be with you personally, and I'm also going to be doing some collective readings as well. Not like super big collectives, like, oh my gosh, everyone's a part of the collective, yes, but what I'm planning on doing is I want to take a look at some countries. I want to take a look at some industries. And what can we kind of look to and or expect from these industries as Saturn is now moving into the sign of Aries tomorrow, which Saturn and Aries don't get along. They're not harmonious, as one would say. As Saturn's all about restriction, discipline, doing the things, and Aries is all about action and starting new things and all the such. So Aries can be a very like boom in your face energy. Well, Saturn's like, no, we got to restrict this. So, hi, the Cheese Whiz Kid. Welcome, welcome. So that's what we're going to be taking a look into today. So what I'm planning on doing, I got a bunch of different decks out. Johnny Depp, Treva from Indiana. Oh, well, thank you for sharing this. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you and welcome. Hi, Jenna. Hello, hello. So that's what we're going to be doing today. It's going to be a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're going to be taking a look at really big macro, from like a macro scale, and then at the end, we are going to be doing some individual things as well. I'm going to be pulling 3 cards for people in the chat, but that will be later. But we're going to be taking a look at some industries. We're going to be taking a look at some governments. We're going to be taking a look at other people, places, and or things, because why the heck not? So, hey. Hi, Brienne. It's going to be a fun day. I am really excited to kind of do this. I said I was going to come live again this weekend. Well, it's not the complete other weekend yet, but I'm probably going to go live one more day this weekend. I'm not sure what day yet. It's probably not going to be tomorrow night, as I got some stuff to do. But I am going to be going live today, and then possibly either Sunday or Monday. So, and then Sunday or Monday, we're going to be doing a dive into some of the Diddy stuff. So, and the trial, as more stuff just keeps coming out, it seems like. So, without further ado, let's kind of get into this. And the first big thing that I personally want to look at is I really want to take a look into how are people doing? What's kind of the general, what can we expect from the United States in the next 3 years or so years as Saturn moves into Aries tomorrow, May 24th, 2025, and then it'll stay direct in Aries until July, I believe. Oh boy. Hi, Yives Heel. Welcome. I'm just a kid stuck in a nightmare. And then, okay, so Saturn is going to be moving into Aries tomorrow. That will be on May 24th, 2025. It will then stay direct in Aries until July 13th, where it will then start to go retrograde, aka move backwards, where it will move backwards into Pisces, and then on November 27th is when it'll go back direct and move its way back into Aries. And then that's going to be, and then this next Saturn return, or Saturn and Aries, will then go up. I'm just trying to get everything together. And then Saturn will then go back into Aries in February 2026 until April of 2028. So I want to take a look into all the kind of things that are going on with with Saturn, what's going to be going on, what can we as the collective understand, and the such of this kind of new time coming in. So without further ado, let's get into it. But first things first, reminder, everything that I'm saying is what? All alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here, y'all. Just my opinions, psychic downloads, and the such. So I don't know jack shit. If y'all want to use what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So let's get into this. Oh, and Michael, my birthday's on the 28th. Hey. This is why we're going to be doing readings, because everyone's like, oh, Saturn is such a scary planet. It's not. It just is there to... It's like if you have solid foundations of things going on in your life, you're going to be those are going to strengthen. If you got foundations that are kind of topsy-turvy, a little bit crumbly, it's not going to be. We're going to be, how do I put this? It's not going to be, then they're going to fall down. They're going to crash down. So that's how I'm looking at this. So let's take a look first here. I want to take at the United States. I want to get a macro level of what can we expect here as Saturn is now moving into Aries tomorrow. And I want to take a look at this as Saturn moves into Aries coming up here for this next, month and a half ish or so. Let's see. And then we're going to take a look at the things kind of moving forward. So what's kind of coming here with Saturn moving into Aries tomorrow until it goes into retrograde in July. What can we expect? Ooh, from like a United States collective perspective. Okay, I'm going to say let's expect we're going to be seeing some massive shenanigans going on when it comes to oh shucks. Sorry, train of thought. Got with some weird stuff going on. Weird. Okay, so what I'm going to expect here from the United States, we're going to be learning about some kids stuff. Kids, the devil, all the stuff's kind of going on here. We're going to be seeing, I have a feeling we're going to be learning about stuff going on with kids, rituals, negative Nancy's, our triangle people, and the such, all going on around here with kids. This is going to be coming out here within this first part of this Saturn in Aries energy. Rut-row spaghettios. From a financial influence, there's stuff about to get exposed to high heaven and back. This next month, I'm going to say, or this next month and a half, it's going to be beat after beat after beat after beat of negative. It's going to be a lot of negative news. It's going to be a lot of stuff being exposed. When I mean kid stuff, I mean there's a lot of stuff going on with kids. Nasty stuff going on with kids. Because our hopes and fears here is we want to get people out of cages. We want this to end. This is done. The warehouses are gone. The backstabs, the betrayals. This is a bunch of feathers. Where's the bird? We're going to be learning about big networks of rings of organized crime, movement of people and places and things from point A to point B. The thing that comes to my mind, what's going on underneath the hospital in LA? There's alleged tunnels there. What are we going to be learning about that? Something might be coming out around that, out that way. Unseen obstacles. There's also going to be a lot of money spent or a lot of information given out in a very, very short amount of time with the Four of Pentacles reversed here. When I mean a lot of information in a very short amount of time, it's going to cause people to be enraged. This is going to be like, when I mean, I'm seeing like, this is eat the rich mentality. Eat the rich mentality. It's like, you all knew about this. Oh, heck no. This is a dangerous type of energy for a lot of people. Because the unseen negative influence here, Two of Wands. We can't be naive anymore. What you all thought was this dream is no longer a dream. Because what's going? People are having to come out of their hidey holes. We have to get uncomfortable. It is time to talk about things. It is time to bring things to light. And it's time to have those uncomfortable conversations coming up here within the next month and a half. Because here in the past, the King of Cups reversed. Is this a major politician? A major politician, a major person on like in the United States? This is going to be exposed real hard. Because they got tentacles all over the place. This is gaslighting. This is manipulation. This is going to be bad. Because here in the future, the Death card reversed. This is a forced death and rebirth. There's a lot of arms. There's a lot of stuff. The Death card reversed too. This is a forced death, a forced rebirth coming in for the entire country. A country built on lies. A country built, or empires built on lies. I would just like to point out, and this is going to be a personal sentiment, not from the cards, but just from a personal thing that I've seen before. Just because one side is pointing fingers at the other doesn't mean that they aren't the pot calling the kettle black here. Let's just say there's two sides to one coin, but that coin has still been dipped in crazy. That same coin still been dipped in rituals. It's just, we're just exposing one side versus the other. Okay. That's what I'm seeing from a collective standpoint. Okay, I didn't expect that to come out. This is for the United States, by the way. So, just to... what other information what else can we know about this next month and a half as Aries, or Saturn is in Aries? Like, what else can we kind of expect here with stuff going on, things being exposed for the general collective here in the United States? A lot of people are about to get rounded up. Put in jail cells, put in prison. Why? Because of dirty deeds done in deserts. I'm going to grab clarifiers for a lot of this. Also, we're going to be having some man-made disasters, it looks like. Fires, other things. There's almost like a secret roundup of things going on, and we're going to be putting out some pretty big news or incidents that are going on that are not natural, that are going to start covering all these roundup things, or roundup, everyone's get rounded up and sent to jail. But we're going to have a lot of big news things because it's covering up a lower level of, or it's covering up these bigger stories. It's like, put something out there, manufacture something so we can cover up this, because I'm not sure why. Because we want to keep this hidden. Whoever they're trying to imprison, whoever they're trying to put in to jail or prisons or the such, they want to keep this hidden. Expect a lot of smoke and mirrors in the next month and a half. Also, unseen obstacles. There's going to be a lot of people claiming, oh, this is what's going on, blah, 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 blah. Use your intuition, use your discernment, keep your head on straight, is kind of what is kind of feeling like here. It's like, you need to keep your head on straight. Look yourself in the mirror and be like, what is going on? But also keep your own self together. Feels like that's going to be super, super important. Because the negative, there is going to be some sort of disaster. I don't think this is man-made. This is not going to be man-made. If it's man, this is going to be man-made, but the earth is starting to fight back too. Y'all, oh boy, the earth is going to start fighting back too. The earth is sick. What happens when the earth is sick? It starts expunging the parasites, just as your immune system is like, I'm going to send my white blood cells at the parasitic ones. That's what the earth is going to start doing. Expect some really weird stuff going on in the United States the next month and a half. Whether this is wildfires, whether this is tornadoes. And I'm not doing this to fearmonger. I'm doing this to prepare yourself, because Saturn and Aries, I've always seen as revolution. The last time Saturn was in Aries with all this stuff going on, Pluto in Aquarius, it's revolution. It's change. It's bringing forth change. I keep hearing it, vive la resistance, and that's coming from the earth. The earth is resisting. It is having its, in the United States, resistance moment. Reparations to the earth must be paid, and this is how it will be paid. Ooh, this is gonna be spicy, because there's gonna be a lot of people trying to flee as well for the collection, and whether this is from a higher echelon level, so like our big politicians, celebrities, and people like that. It feels like people are going to start running away from their problems rather than getting thrown into the hoosegow. Because this is all having to deal with cult-like activities. Expect people who you thought, oh, that's a good person, to be fleeing or moving to the UK, to European countries, the Middle East. Whoever these people are, they are running away. Away. Oh boy. Because here in the future, we have to cut the head off the snake. We got to cut the head off the snake. I'm also would not be shocked. This is going to be... There's going to be an uncovering of some sort of ring, and someone at the way top is going to get arrested. Like, almost like the head of this, whatever sort of organization they got going on, is going to get caught. We cut off the head of the snake. Cut off the leader to this organization, to these rings going on. Someone's going down, and they're a very top dog. Whether or not the general populace will know about this, I hear yes. Someone really big is about to get exposed because they're either going to prison, or it's going to be someone like, these military forces took down this national threat to security. And this is blah, blah, blah's name. And that's what I'm kind of feeling here for the collective in the United States. This next month and a half is wild. Okay. So next we're going to take a look into... So that was the Earth. Things going on there with the Saturn returns for Earth. Now I want to take a look at what can we expect kind of next as Saturn goes direct after. So in February of 2026, when Saturn will return to the sign of Aries, let's just take a look. What can we kind of expect there? Because I'm curious. Let's take a look, see. What can we expect from Saturn and Aries as when it goes back direct in February of 2026. That's when the true people, we're going to learn about the slime balls here in the next month and a half, but now the slime balls look like they're going to be, this is when the major arrests start happening. This has to do with stuff with Diddy. This has to do stuff with Jay-Z. Or major mogul people, maybe not those two individuals right away, but like once that happens, people are about to start getting arrested. Information is going to start flying, PR nightmares, because someone's, you want to try and defend yourself. Also, massive change in their transformation with the lunar eclipse here. Unseen ops or the hopes and fears, you got to get uncomfortable. People are going to have to come out of their hidey holes to do things. Unseen obstacles, this is a new bridge to this is going to be a new bridge to somewhere else. We're going to start something new. New people, new places. This is a brand new start to the United States. Starts then. I think we're also going to start really learning more. Like, we learn about stuff in the next month and a half. However, we start learning more about the truth that almost feels like it's a little bit weird and wild. Because what's going for us, people aren't going to trust their friend. People are going to trust their, like, people around them, but this is going to ruin friendships. This is going to ruin connections. No more parties, no more things. Because here in the past, it was all about exposure. And then now here it's all about new money, new ways of doing things, new investments for us as a collective in the United States. So, all right. So that was like the United States as a whole. There's some dirty ass politicians going down real bad. So next I want to take a look at what can we expect for like our entertainment industry, because we've kind of been seeing the rap industry, kind of R&B rap has been going down like crazy as of late. So that's what we've been seeing. But is there something going on with the entertainment industry? Not just entertainment, but like let's like separate from the R&B rap industry. How is the rest of the music industry, I should say, like what kind of goes on now? What's going to happen with them? Like what's that kind of future and the such? So let's take a look-see here. All right. Let's take a look-see. All right. Yeah, pretty much Hollywood in general. What's going to be going down in this next? No money. If you're expecting big blockbuster things coming in, I wouldn't. Why is this? Because we're investing our money in other places. They're growing money in other places. Entertainment in other places. I know that there was just like the tariffs on movies and production of stuff. I would be expecting like, people are pulling their support out of the entertainment industry in the United States. They're moving it to other places in the world. Why is this? Because we can go eat in somewhere different. We can eat in other vortexes of the world. LA is going to become a shell of itself. Or it's going to start becoming a shell of itself. It looks like the entertainment industry, that nexus or that hub. There's not going to be a lot of money there no more. A lot of stuff's going away. Because our hopes and fears here, our industry, our empire is falling. It's done. It's over with. With the hanged man reversed, it's like we aren't seeing things from a new perspective. However, when I look at this card, it's like the empire is done. The empire is falling. The empire is collapsing. And some people are going to get out. Some people aren't. Parties are going to move. Places are going to move. I don't know why, but every time I do like what's kind of in this future or things going on, I see a lot of people fleeing to the Middle East. Because the unseen obstacles here. Woo! The cults are going down. The triangle people are going down. These industries, these rituals, how this goes, can't do them no more because the people who are running it just are in prison. They got the clank silver bracelets of clanks in jail cells. Because what's going on here? It's that they're moving operations as well. Entertainment is moving completely somewhere different in the world. Whether this is going over to Bollywood, whether they're going over somewhere in China or Europe. The entertainment industry, the nexus, the hub in the United States is going away. Because what's going for them? What is below? What we see on top, what is below will now be revealed. The underside, the underbelly to everything going on in the entertainment industry in this next month and a half is going down. We get to see the nasty side to all of it. Because here in the past, they were greedy, they were selfish, they wanted all the money. But here in the future, they are picking up shop and going somewhere else with that Six of Swords. We're going to be seeing a mass exodus of production companies, studios, entertainment. That's all picking up and going somewhere else in the world, in my opinion, or away from LA. I don't know where it's headed, but it's going somewhere else. It's not going to be staying over in California anymore. In what I'm kind of seeing here. Okay. What's actually going to get exposed here in Hollyweird? What's getting exposed here with Saturn moving into Aries? What are we going to start learning about Hollyweird in the next month and a half? Let's just see. Come on. Wow. There's a lot of mixed feelings, it feels like, of what we should or shouldn't do when it comes to Hollywood. What to expose and what not to expose. There's a lot of questions on what we should do. And there's two very different opposing sides because the deck isn't shuffling super well for this. So it feels like we got two different ideas of what we want to expose. But let's see. What's going to get exposed here for the Hollyweird stuff, entertainment industry, within this next month and a half? We have the fake death. We're going to be learning about some people's fake deaths. Why is this? Some people just up and left. We're going to be learning about people who are backpacking or leaving or just trying to get out. People who we thought were maybe no longer here. No, they're here. They just went, nah, I don't want to deal with it. Nah, I'm just leaving. Also, I'm expecting there's going to be a lot more fires around production companies, studios, and the such to destroy evidence, to destroy people, places, things that are no longer serving. I would expect places that have negative energy around them, spirits coming in and saying, and getting rid of it. So those places can no longer be used anymore. What they were used for or the such, those are no longer going to be allowed. Because hopes and fears. Interesting. There's something to do with females here. It's like we want to empower females. We're going to learn about females. Or there's a female that's going to speak up about things. Certain people, places, things kind of going on. Unseen obstacles. There's a lot of legal proceedings coming up. Whether this is lawsuits, criminal cases, civil cases. There's a lot of legal stuff going on, and a lot of people are going to be taken down. A lot of people talked up in things. Also here, there's going to be some people where it's like, you're kind of geriatric. What are we going to do with you? With the caregiver here, it's like there's someone here who either is faking a disability or has like faked their death or faked something. I don't know if it's going to be, I'm coming back triumphant, or like I'm coming back to really say what's going on. But someone's coming back, but they aren't how they were. It's like we learn that like they either got like scarred or they got where they just felt like they couldn't come back to the industry or something, but then they want to expose everything. I don't know what that could all be about, but that's weird. Also, there's what's going for this? Someone that they were dating. Someone who was dating. Someone who they were seeing. Is this like a couple that we're going to be learning about? Because here in the past, this is all about love. And here in the future. I'm going to grab some clarifiers for this. Because I'm kind of confused. What are we looking at here? Someone is coming back. Someone who we thought was no longer here. Who maybe traveled or left, and then we said, oh no, they died on their travels. But in reality, they actually have just been hiding out. This is someone who's from like a higher degree, upper crust pedigree. Hi, Tina. Welcome. There is something going on here. Someone is getting exposed that we thought has been gone for a while, that is being brought back to life, or they're coming back because there's someone who's almost like a key witness that we thought, oh, this person's gone. When in reality, no, we just fake their death so you would stop looking for them. Also, are we... like, there is someone here. I don't know who it is. But, like, there is organized crime all over this where I'm like... someone is... like... I don't know. What's getting exposed in Hollywood? It feels like, or the entertainment industry in this next month, their big bang, I don't think comes until next year, is kind of what I'm seeing here. The big bang for next year the big bang for the entertainment industry comes next year in February 2026, is what this is more feeling like. This next month and a half, it's like there's someone coming back from the dead. An old relationship, an old fling. This might just be like not an old, like someone who we thought was long past and like they're coming back to life. This could be someone else. This could be someone that we haven't heard of for a really long time. Someone who was super popular and then they kind of just went and they disappeared off the earth for a while. And that's kind of what it feels like to me. It's like someone who was in the industry who got out of the industry is now going to be coming forward back into the limelight, is kind of what this feels like more to me. Someone who was really involved, but they really are not anymore, and now they're coming back. That's what this feels like more to me, but I don't know. That's what I'm kind of seeing here of like what we're going to be learning about. We're going to have some people from the past. Maybe they're trying to drum up nostalgia, but there's not a big budget for movies or anything. So, yeah. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. So that's the entertainment industry. So we went for the United States government, the entertainment industry. I want to take a look at Canada. Good old Canada. Because I want to see what's going on with Canada. What's going to be coming out here with Canada in this next month and a half. With stuff maybe coming out just because Canada is too on north. They seem to be going through a lot of stuff themselves. I don't know. I've been following. There's a case. 2 kids are gone missing in Nova Scotia. I've been kind of following that a little bit. But I want to take a look what's going on with our Canadian cousins to the north. And see kind of what's coming up for them with this Saturn in Aries energy. So let's take a look. Ooh. So their Saturn and Aries energy is very much like they're going to be on their back foot a little bit. Why is this? Are we going to be learning on how Canada might be mismanaging funds or money when it comes to stuff going on in Canada? Because the Strength card reverse, it's like, yeah, there's a really big imbalance between nature and cities. Why is this? Because you guys have been overextending or over expending on money. Also, the financial influence here, it's like we've made bad decisions with our money. They're gonna hopes and fears. Is there gonna be trying to be like a mass exodus out of Canada because of things going on, maybe across borders, across countries, across things going on? Because it feels like people are gonna start not wanting to come over to North America here soon. Because the unseen obstacle here is Big Daddy T. He's like, I want you. There's going to be more information coming out about Canada. I don't know if it's going to be smear campaigns or what, but there's a big push for someone to get Canada because they have a lot of resources. They have what we want. You have the oil. You have the trees. There's some sense here of someone wanting to go into Canada and clear cut everything. That's what I see. Someone wants to go into Canada and clear cut everything. Strip it and take all of what's in it. Because I can, and it's plentiful. Also, but I do see here for Canada, there is like we are defending ourselves against things, but however, this being the Seven of Swords, there's also going to be some. Canada's also sneaky in that they've got secrets which protect their own country against other people. Because here in the past, there's been blood in the water, and here in the future with the Empress reversed. Canada is somehow making itself seem like it's not going to be the land of milk and honey that everyone thought it. I don't know why, but I see Canada in the way of, hey, we want to make ourselves so unappealing that no one wants to come here or do different things, because that's their way of protecting themselves, is they make themselves seem as though they got nothing going for them, so then they can essentially keep their butts alive. So, okay. So, what secrets does Canada have that keep them that's going to keep them afloat here in the next month and a half? I don't know. I'm curious. And then after this, if you guys want to do any personal readings, let me know. So we can do quick 3-card spreads for people if you would like on what's kind of to expect you here in the net. What can you expect here with Saturn moving into Aries? So let's take a look-see here with Canada first. What secrets do they have that's kind of keeping them safe? So, secrets that Canada has, they know where the bodies are buried, and almost feels like they're somewhat trapped by things going on around them, because of the cousins to the south. However, from a financial influence, material influence up here, they have like a rainy day fund. They have something that they're going to be able to get aid and assistance from. This is like the American Red Cross. So there's aid or assistance that they know about. It feels like they know about the secrets about who they kept alive, what's going on, and the such. Unseen obstacle or hopes and fears here. They've also helped cover up people going missing for other countries. Whether that is for the United States or for others, their government works with the United States for some things, or has in the past, and they can release all the files or all the secrets about the United States and what the United States is kind of allowed to let go or go through the fingers, whether these are people who are alive, who they've trapped, or the such, and they can be like, fine, we'll just let go of him. We'll just let go of all your secrets. However, the unseen obstacle, water. There's a lot of emotions currently. Also, there's big secrets from across the pond. I don't know what they have going on over in Europe, but there's some big things going on over there that they know about. Also, I think there's going to be issues going on in the crown, the queen, the king, the British monarchy. That's going to be causing some issues within Canada as well. And what does their relationship look like with them? However, they have been cut off. They are no longer a part of the big conglomeration anymore, for whatever that is. Because here in the past, I don't know what Justin Trudeau has, but there seems to be something going on with him. And then, Canada could also, I think, release some information of what's actually going on in those Canadian woods. And secrets that, frankly, the general populace, the governments don't want going out. I don't know why I see this, but I see Bigfoot, I see mass grave sites, I see protected areas, I see... like, if we need to get rid of someone, this is where you go. Like, they have all the dirty secrets on with the world. It feels like almost like Canada takes the world's problem children, doesn't and reforms them, or takes care of them for other countries in some way. Whether that's taking them out. I also get that there's a hidden prison system there. I don't know what that's all about, but like, is there a hidden prison system in Canada that they like take like really, really, really bad people to? Like, there's a reason why Canada, whenever there's some sort of war, they're always one of the big ones that like starts with like, hey, we should write a new rule because of the Geneva Convention. And that's kind of what it feels like. It's like, well, we're going to let you slide underneath all the things going on in the world. You get results. That's all that matters. All alleged and for entertainment purposes, y'all. So that's what I'm kind of seeing just for, like, some things going on. But was there anyone who wanted, like, a personal, like, 3-card spread about what's kind of going on here for their Saturn going into Aries? Jackie B, are all the countries are going through things? Yes, they are. Yeah, they are the bone collectors. I am actually terrified of Canada. Like, there's so much. Oh, yeah, we can do that, Jackie. Let's do a 3-card spread. What's kind of coming up here for your Saturn? For Saturn moving to the Aries for Jackie B. So, let's take a look. Yes. Okay. So, let's start. Jackie B is the first one who wanted one. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a 3-card spread. So one is going to be Saturn and Aries for this first half. And then we're going to take a look at the Saturn in Pisces. What are things to maybe like a card for that? And then once Saturn goes back direct into Aries there in February. So that's how we're going to structure it. We're going to pull one card for each and go from there. So let's get it started now. Let's get it started in here. All right. So let's do it. So for Ms. Jackie B, what's gonna be kind of going on here for your Saturn in Aries? Also, again, what I'm saying, if you resonate with it, take it as your own. If you don't, you don't have to. So let's take a look for Ms. Jackie B. Let's get 3 cards for you. And what's kind of coming up here for your Saturn and Aries So, first Saturn and Aries for Ms. Jackie B. I see you finding new love. If you're already married, amazing. If you aren't, or if you're single, or you're in a relationship, I see a deepening of love here. Whether this is like you're taking action on love, or finding like a new space, or you're deepening a connection or a relationship. Like, I see you going and just like, let's do this. Taking action. When it comes to love and feeling love and the such. When it comes to in Pisces, when Saturn retrogrades back into Pisces, I do see if you're looking to have children, if you already have children, or if you're looking to have children, this is going to be a really good time if you would like. I also see here with this Page of Cups, maybe you're taking a vacation, but really, it's a connecting with your inner child and having a really good time of like exploring the depths of yourself, what was going on, emotions, and just being kind of carefree and fun. And then once Saturn goes back direct into Aries. So 8 of Swords reversed. So I do see when Saturn moves back into Aries in February, we're going to be having a major... it almost feels like when you're in Pisces, you're kind of happy in Pisces. But like when it moves back into Aries, this is to me like you're shedding off an old skin. All those old worries are going to start coming off. They're probably going to come back up. There might be some worries and the such, but you're like, I'm stepping out of this cage and I'm moving forward in what I want to do. I see like this Saturn Aries being extremely productive for you in like, I know what I want, I know what I'm going to do, and here's what I'm going to do, and here's how I'm going to do it. This is like really fun for me reading for you. I'm just like, just do the damn thing. It seems like you're really gonna be coming into your own in this next 3 years with this planetary transition. I'm excited for you because I'm like, let's get it started. Let's get it started. And that's what it feels like. It's like you are getting started on like this next journey, this next path, and you're finding a lot of those pieces for like whether this is love or the such to pay it forward. Alrighty. Okay, so the next one we got was Culture Love was the next person. So, again, if this resonates with you, it resonates. If not, it doesn't. So, let's take a look from Ms. Culture Love. What's kind of coming up for you here in the next, for this coming time with Aries Saturn moving into Aries. So, let's take a look-see. Okay, so for Miss Culture or for Culture Love. Okay, so this first half going into Saturn going into Aries for Culture Love. This is going to be a time of a lot of shit that you've been holding on to. You're going to be asked to let go of it. You're going to be asked, be like, are you tired? Okay, you're tired. Are you going to let go of the thing that's making you tired? Or are you going to keep carrying it? This next month and a half, you need to let go of shit. And you're going to be called to let go of shit that no longer serves you. It's going to be up to you if you want to pick that back up. I wouldn't recommend it because it looks like you're tired. You're very tired. And I don't need you to pick that stuff back up because I don't think you need to. Because why are you carrying around why are you carrying around a stick that's been covered in that's like half burnt, it's decomposing, and it's falling apart, and you got it tied up and twisted with a bunch of stuff? What use does it have to you right now? Other than it's weighing you down on your journey. You got to let shit go. Okay, now as we're moving into Saturn, it's going to go retrograde. 5 of Pentacles. So you're going to feel like you're going to be losing a lot with that Saturn moving back, retrograding into Pisces. You're going to let go of stuff. You're going to be letting go of a lot more stuff. Things are going to, I think, feel really barren. I think what Spirit, wants to really not teach you, but the lesson that Saturn is trying to impose on you is be comfortable in not having things. Be comfortable within you. Get comfortable knowing you. Get comfortable in not having distractions. It's how I want to take this 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles, things might get a little tough financially. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, but what Saturn is, I think, trying to teach you is not of the things that you want or the material things. I think it's wanting you to really focus on what is important to you at the end of the day. What is really, really important? Is it your health? Is it your finances? Is it the people around you? Is it your state of mind? What you're doing? How you're approaching life? Because Saturn, I think, is trying to teach you to let go of a lack mindset when it goes back into retrograde in Pisces. And it wants you to be like, you're not in a lack mindset. Look at what you have all around you. It's not maybe monetary based or what you have. It's whom you're with. What do you give back? How do you gain value, or how do you perceive your worth? And that's what I think Saturn retrograde is really trying to teach you, is determine how do you feel worthy at the end of the day. And you're going to get to figure that out, which I think is beautiful. Because it's going to test you and challenge you. But man, I think when you come out the other side, let's see when Saturn goes back direct into Aries. Honey, for Culture Love, you're going to the land of milk and honey. You're going to have a couple months where things are going to be rough. Trust me. But You're going from the tree that's got nothing to look at all the trees. You got the bridge, you got the home, you got the partners, you got everything going for you. Once you figure out and learn through, I feel like, was this lack mindset mentality of like what you determine your worth to be and how you determine what your worth is and what makes you feel worthy. Oh my gosh, you're going to have a beautiful love. You're going to have beautiful relationships, connections, things around you, because you're learning to heal the inner wound, and this is something that I've said, and I'm going to keep saying it. Have you truly healed a wound, or are you preventing that wound from triggering? And what I see here is there might be an old childhood wound for you, Miss Culture Love, that is going to get really triggered in this July to February time frame. It's going to be a lot of triggers. But once you heal the trigger, not prevent the trigger, you heal the trigger, you're off to the moon. You're off to the stars. You are off to your love and creating your wildest dreams and destinies and dreams and desires. And I can't wait to hear about it. So that's what I'm seeing here for Culture Love. All right. So next we have Kim. So, super excited for you all. Let's go, let's go. Burn, 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 burn. And just when it hit me, it started turned around and started burning. I don't know. Let's see what's going on. Alrighty, so we have for Kim next. Let's see what we got going on. Yeah. And again, I hope everyone's having a great day. I don't know. I'm vibing high today. I'm really vibing high. I'm so excited. I'm really excited for you, Culture Love. I'm really excited for you. You seem to be, like, once you're letting go of stuff, it's going to be so much fun. Alrighty, Miss Kim. What's going to be going on for Miss Kim with our Saturn and Aries? So let's take a look. So, alrighty. So for Miss Kimmy. So as we're moving into Saturn into Saturn into Aries starting tomorrow up until July. What I'm seeing here is you're going to feel very, very stuck. You're going to feel stuck because you are having to reflect on things from the past. A lot of stuff from the past for you seems to be getting dredged back up, whether these are old memories, dreams, or things that we just haven't been addressed in a long time because they're like, out of sight, out of mind. Especially with the reflection coming back here and the moon in the background, this to me is like you are having to go through old memories, whether it's from family, childhood, friends. Old wounds are going to get popped back up for you that we're going to have to address and not ignore anymore. And I don't think this is going to be a bad thing for you. It's like, you don't need that no more. So let's just bring it back up, address it, heal it, work on it, and then just let it go. Because as we're looking with this reflection in the past, the reflection, I mean, you can put a stone in the water and it ripples and you can disrupt all the old shit. This is an elephant. Elephants don't forget. They have a very long memory as well. That's why I'm getting, like, this is stuff from, like, way past that are going to get dredged back up. Not that this is a bad thing. It happens for you, not to you. I really want to say this. Everything happening right now is for you, not to you. And once I think you're able to, like, process a lot of these memories, if you haven't thought about them in a while, or if you're looking for like therapy or something along those lines, if that's something that you would be curious about, I would highly recommend checking out different tools that would help with like processing some of those. I don't know why, but like there's tools to process some of these memories in a better way for you that I feel would be super helpful, and so they don't feel so immediate and they feel like, oh, that's something I can reflect back on. Okay. let's look at the Saturn in Pisces. So once you hit that retrograde Saturn in Pisces, what I see here is this is an abundance. You're going to be in a time where a lot of stuff is going to be coming up. The rain is here. The plants are coming up. The trees are blooming. This is getting money back to you, resources, finances, where things are going to be coming in for you. And it's like this first little month here is like, okay, we're going to do like a speed run of get through all your shit. So then when the stuff comes back here with Saturn in retrograde, it's like you got everything ready to go. And we're ready to have plants show up, new things to start. Old projects, if you've been working on them, are going to start taking fruition pretty big. So then let's take a look at what happens when Saturn moves back into Aries in February for you. The Strength card. So, okay. Again, process, build, harvest. Once Saturn moves back into Aries in February of 2026, it's harvest season, baby. You've got a lot of your stuff is going to start popping up. You see this little plant here? Well, now it's turned into this giant-ass bush, and it's got berries, and it's got birds, and it's got stuff in the background. You're building up your own dream reality. And I feel by the time in February of 2026, like everything that you've been building up to, we're going to be in full swing now and moving things forward, how things are going, and the such. But this first little month here is going to be rough, but it's going to get a lot better because you're addressing it and moving with it. So that's what I'm seeing here for ya. Alrighty. That was Kim. Now we got Star Around is next. So, yeah. Let's keep her moving. What's going to be going on for Miss Star Around? So, let's see what's going to be going on. Yes, Samwise, you are on the list. Thank you for letting me know. You're very welcome, Kim. You are shining real bright. Yes, you can. All right, let's do Miss Star Around. All right. Okay, Miss Star Around. Let's see what's going to be going on with you. So, this first month and a half. Okay, 5 of Cups. So, first Miss Star Around. This first 5 of Cups, this first month and a half, I feel like a lot of things, there's going to be some things crumbling away. And the reason why they're crumbling is because, one, they were either not meant for you. You've learned the lessons that you needed to learn from them. And you got brighter pastures somewhere else. It's going to be a lot of letting go. The imagery that kind of comes to my mind is you planted a field and nothing came up. However, if you look at the field over yonder, the trees over yonder, there's a fresh-ass well and a giant grove of trees that hold something else for you. Maybe you didn't make it as a farmer, but maybe you're going to make it as like someone who works in a greenhouse, because maybe you needed that a little bit more structure or something along those lines. But this next month and a half is going to be a time of letting go of things that, you know what, they're gone. They're no longer going to be serving you, whether this is a job, a person, a place, a thing. It's like, it just didn't go the way that you wanted to. And that's okay, because you learned what you needed to learn and you have bigger, brighter, better pastures and a different location that I'm so excited for you to go look at, but it's going to take some time. And that's not a dig on you or anyone else. Things take time. Emotions take time to process. If you've had 5 years of having to put a lot of emotional time and effort into something, I'm not going to expect you to be able to get over it in a month. I'm not expecting that. You put that much time and effort into it. I would be shocked if you're like, oh, I'm just going to drop it and go somewhere else. No, it's going to take some mourning and grieving process to it. So don't feel so like, I need to do this all right now. No, just just calm her down a little bit. So that's what I'm seeing here for you, star around. We're letting things go, but it might just take a little bit of time. I wouldn't expect something or someone that you've put so much time and effort into for you to get over right away. That should not be. No. All right, so let's take a look as Mercury. Blah, I keep saying Mercury, but it's actually Saturn goes into retrograde. Knight of Cups. You are getting in tune with your shadow self from this July time frame to this February of 2026. You're going into your shadow self. There's going to be a lot of, it's almost like a couple dark nights of the soul for you. And again, I'm going to keep saying this isn't happening to you, it's happening for you, where you get to reevaluate things. We get to see what's important, what are things that I want to see, how am I feeling, and why am I feeling it this way. This is a lot of dark night of the soul, a lot of emotions. I keep getting drawn down to this shadow here with this Knight of Cups, where it's like you get to be in tune with your shadow self. The things that were going on, I feel like there's going to be some grieving of something that it's going to take some time to heal. I know for me personally, I had a job that I had for about 8 months and a little bit over that, I think. And that job, to me, it took me over, oh God, what? It's taken me damn near, took me a good 6 to 7 months. Almost the amount of time that I put into the job for me to actually heal. Like, I couldn't look at the logo without like violently getting angry. And it took me time just to say, you're going to take some time too. And that's what this kind of feels like. This next 6 months, 6 months is going to take time. K-Talks, you've just entered yourself into a reading, so no worries. You just say you want one, and I'm just going down in the list of the chat. So, all right. And then looking here, when Saturn goes into in February, when it goes direct back into Aries, we're having the 6 of Swords. So maybe you're going to be moving. I don't know if you've been looking at moving or if you've been looking to go to somewhere different, but I see you moving, going on a travel, going on a trip, or planning a massive trip with the 6 of Swords. This is like you are going somewhere or planning to go somewhere, whether this is a destination you've always wanted to go to. It's somewhere that you have some affinity to or somewhere you've always wanted to go. And it's important that you take this trip, whether this is just for your relaxation or you're meeting someone there or you're deepening in connection or friendships or just deepening in connection with yourself. This feels like you got to go somewhere. And I think this all kind of translates together where it's like you're letting something go. We're taking our dark night of the soul and now we're taking a trip to go rejuvenate ourselves somewhere because of it. So that's what I'm kind of seeing here for you, Miss Star Around, and everything going on. So, alrighty. All right, I am going to get a piece of pen and a paper, and I'm going to just write everyone down so I don't miss people. So, not a problem, y'all. All right. Excuse me. Okay, so that was Star Around. Okay, and then we had, yeah, that's the list from last night. So, and then we have Cheese Whiz. And then we had Sam Wise, or no. We have M. Mickle. M. Mickle. Then it's Samwise. And then Brienne. Then we have Cautious. Just writing everyone down. Server. Then we get You Make It. Then we have Spider Punk. K Talks. Heather. And then we'll also do Jenna. And then once we get more people, then we're just going to keep her moving on down the list. So, yeah, you can get one too, Jenna. We have a good time. So, let's keep her moving. How does that sound? So, now that I got my list over here, because scrolling up and down could sometimes takes a lot of time, let's just write everyone down and keep her moving. So let's go with Mr. Cheese Whiz, or them Cheese Whiz kid. So let's take a look here. So Cheese Whiz Kid, what's kind of coming up here for your Saturn return, like the Saturn moving into Aries, this next kind of 3-year kind of ish period. So let's take a look, see here. And so, yeah. Alrighty. So, Cheese Whiz Kid, let's kind of going on in this next month and a half for you. So we have Two of Pentacles. Okay, so you're doing a pretty big balancing act. I don't know if you've got I don't know if you've got like 2 different things going on with you. Whether this is a job, whether you're balancing 2 different jobs or making money or the such. But as we're kind of looking at this card, we have our Two of Pentacles upright, right? You got our little baby boy who's just like, I'm going to the other side. So I see this as kind of like more of a transitionary period for you. This next month and a half, as Aries is moving, or Saturn is moving into Aries, this is a transitionary period. And it feels like you've done a lot of work here in the last couple months or years, it almost seems like. And we're taking the skills and the things that have crumbled away, and we are now building up and taking with us to this next chapter. I don't know if you just had your Saturn return in Pisces or not, but what I really get is you've done a shit ton of work, and you're kind of moving into the last fringes or the last pieces of like lessons, or kind of closing up shop on things that you've done. Like you've turned in your exams, you're acing all your exams, and now it's like you're getting ready to move on to the next thing. And that's kind of what this next month and a half feels like. It's like you're packing up, you're closing up shop, doing what you need to do so you can move to this next like point of your life. Okay, so however, now moving into Pisces, Saturn going back into Pisces in July. With the 9 of Cups here, I am seeing that like some of the issues, or I shouldn't say issues, some of the challenges that maybe weren't resolved in this last Pisces, Saturn and Pisces, we're getting them resolved today. We're getting them resolved in this next couple months. So whatever you had been going through the previous 3 years, I would say this July to February time frame where Saturn's going back into Pisces, this is going to be a time of wrapping things up. All these lessons or challenges that you might have had, it's like, okay, we're ending them now. The lessons that need to get learned are the lessons that's going to get learned. If there hasn't been a lesson learned, it's going to be a speed run for the next couple months. If you need to let go of something, and you're not letting go of something, it's going to get ramped up to a point of this is really, really uncomfortable because you need to let it go. But here's the thing. You get to make that choice. Are you going to let it go, or are you going to keep clinging on to it forever and ever and ever? Because Spirit's going to be coming in real hot, in my opinion here, and being like, you can't have this. You shouldn't have this. You're going to have to solve it and figure it out. Because they're going to make things that aren't supposed to be there very uncomfortable. So, and I get that pretty big. It's like, you got to solve this shit. And we're going to make it so you do it. Because once you get into February of 2026, everything that you've been building upon the last few years, it seems like Pisces has been kind, or Saturn in Pisces has been kind and being like, hey, we need to get things uncomfortable, so you let go of it. Once Saturn moves into Aries, things that are no longer supposed to be there, once it moves fully direct into it, they're getting cut. So I think the big message here for you is either you let go of it, or we're gonna cut it out from your life. And I don't mean to be mean. I don't mean to be like, oh my gosh, da 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 da. I am legitimately seeing this as Saturn's coming in, and there's something in your life that just needs to get cut out. I don't know what it is, but you need to stop it. And it's been kind so far, but Saturn and Aries don't play. I keep hearing, we don't play. We've been doing things that push you to let it go. Do you want us to do it, or do you want you to do it? And it's because I would like to say, if you do it, the Saturn moving into Aries is going to be a breeze for you in February. But if we don't let go of it, it's going to feel like a war zone. And that's where I'm going to leave it for you. So that's what I'm kind of seeing here for you. They just want you to let go of something. And I know things can be really hard to let go of. I know that it's not the easiest. And I know it can be like we get attached to things. We like having our people, our places, our things all around. Yeah, Spirit is getting a little impatient with, Cheese Whiz Kid. It's getting pretty impatient. So it's getting pretty impatient. Also, Cautious Observer, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Also, yes, thank you. I'm so glad that you found me through Rose. I love Rose's channel. She does amazing content and such, and she's been a huge part of helping people find my channel. And if you ever see her, she's in here sometimes with a blue wrench. Say hi to her. And hi, Ali, too. Welcome. So we send great big appreciation there. Alrighty. So next on the list is M. Mickle. So you're very welcome, Cheese Whiz Kids. I think you are going to be able to let it go and do phenomenal. Spirit's got you. Spirits just be like, you a stubborn one, and we don't want you. We want to be kind to you. But if we need to go, we're trying to be kind. But if we need to, we will go. We'll kick in some doors, and you know what? You don't need that, but we're trying to get you to. We don't need to do that. All right. So, M. Mickle. You are next on the list. Woo, woo, hands in the air. So let's take a look what's going on with M. Mickle. And your Saturn, and Saturn moving into Aries for you. Alrighty. So let's see. Alright, let's see what we got. So for M. Mickle, so we have the 6 of Cups reversed, or 5 of Cups reversed for you. And so this is going to be for like that first, like this next month and a half of when we're in Aries, we're Saturn in Aries. So with Saturn going into Aries tomorrow, with the 5 of Cups, I see you healing. This is a healing energy. I don't know if you like going for walks near bodies of water or, going for walks near bodies of water. I don't know why baptism comes to mind. But there's something with a body of water where it's like this, it's almost like a spiritual event where it's like healing, moving on, letting just the tears flow in some way. And that's what it's kind of feeling like here with this 5 of Cups. It's like you're having like a spiritual bath almost, or like a water bath, and just letting stuff go. It's almost like I don't know if you're doing like a water cleanse, but it's a cleanse of something. You're cleansing your soul, you're cleansing your body, you're cleansing your mind, your spirit, your soul. And this might just be you detaching from certain negative energies or the such as well. That's causing this, like you moving into like a more heightened state of awareness is almost what it kind of feels like for me. All right, so when Saturn goes retrograde back into Pisces, King of Cups reversed. So for M. Mickle, what I'm seeing here. So there's going to be someone either there's going to be a lot of emotions. There's going to be a lot of emotions. This could be an ex popping back up that it's like you need to nip this shit in the bud. It's like no more. You gone, kick him out. You don't need to deal with that drama king or drama queen, whatever, whoever this is. This is someone who is really mean, really nasty, emotional, is just not emotionally available, kind of uses their emotions against you. Or this could just be you being like, I am an emotional mess right now. And that's what I'm kind of seeing here for that time where Saturn's in Pisces. Just as it's like you're a little bit emotionally all over the place. And I don't want to see this as like a bad thing, and I don't see it typically as a bad thing. I think a lot of this is turning into, it's not happening for you, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And it's to help regulate your emotions, and learning to regulate your emotions in stressful times. Maybe you struggle with some coping mechanisms or to keep your emotions one way or the next, and it feels like what that time frame from July into February is going to be for you is helping regulate, developing tools to regulate your emotions, and to knowing when to express them, because you can't keep them all. I'm not saying repress, I'm saying express, and I'm saying regulate. I'm not saying to repress them, but to regulate them, because you're gonna need it, it seems like. And Spirit wants you to be like, you are allowed to be an emotional person. But you aren't allowed to be an emotional person, then a cold person. An emotional person, then a cold person. We just need you to find your happy medium. And that's kind of what that Saturn going back into Pisces is going to do for you. All right. And then looking at what's going to be going on when it comes to Saturn moving back into Aries in February of 2026. Harvesting. So, harvesting, if you're looking to have kids, if you're wanting to have good memories and the such, the Six of Cups here, this is giving me like, you might be moving back to a childhood home. You could be going somewhere like that. But what I really see here is you connecting with your inner child, healing the inner child, and being one with yourself. But I need you to learn how to balance yourself first, so that when you get to here, when stuff gets heavy, when you get overwhelmed, you don't go back into old patterns, you start new healthy ones. Because what this is giving me is like, you need to do a spiritual cleanse and bathe and get your shit together. Saying that get your shit together, because you get to express emotions. You don't need, I don't know why I keep getting this, but stop repressing your shit, okay? and I don't mean to call people out like really hard, but it's like, stop repressing, because that just makes you, even so when you do express yourself, you come off in ways that you didn't want to come off, or that you had never intended to in the first place. So I want you to stop repressing and start expressing and finding balance, and to be able to regulate yourself, because you got stuff to do, and you have people that really, really want you and need you, and I need you to work on it. And I think that's what Saturn's asking you too, because you got everything going for you, but we need to work on some stuff. Okay? Okay. All right. Now we got Samwise, the tiny hands. So, Samwise, with those tiny hands, you are up next. And Ali, you are on my list. You have been added to the list of fun. So, that's what I've got. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got today. All right, Samwise, the tiny hands. You're very welcome, M. Mickle. Again, if you resonate, you resonate. If you don't, you don't. That's kind of what I'm kind of at with things. And again, I don't mean to put stuff like out there. Like, I don't mean to be mean, but I'm like, I swear, I'm a little intense. And when I see people being like, you got a lot of really good stuff coming, it's just spirits asking for people to be like, I just need you to put some work in so that when you get there, you don't like, how do I put this? You don't sabotage it. And I think that's kind of what I've been learning is it's not that bad things or good things. It's not that good things aren't. It's not that bad things are coming. It's not that good things aren't coming. It's I just need you to like. We need you to work on yourself so that when we give you the good thing, we don't sabotage it. And I am so excited. Hi, Beach Cowgirl. Welcome. So, So yeah, I think that's for everyone. It's good things are coming, but we need you to learn some things so that when the blessings come, you don't sabotage them. And I really, really believe that for a lot of people, myself included. It's like we just need you to learn some stuff so that when your good things come in, you don't sabotage them. Because you've earned them. We just want to make sure you don't sabotage those good things coming in. But let's take a look from Miss Samwise, the tiny hands. Oh, hi. So let's see what's going on here for Samwise tiny hands. Oh, you got. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles here for this next month and a half. Again, I am seeing something very similar to someone previously, but it's a little bit different this time, where you're going to be addressing not just your shadow self, but I need you to address the past. I need you to address the past. And this is something from the past that I feel that you thought wasn't as bad as it really was. Because it affects you on your day-to-day on like a really intense level, whatever this may be. And I don't know if you realize that this event or this engagement or this part of your life or this person in your life, ding, 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 this person in your life has affected how you interact with your job, your coworkers, your friends, your other family members, partners, like people that rely on you, that you're a caregiver for. I need you to address this. And I feel like that's going to be something that's really hidden underneath the surface, or you might have some really interesting dreams about this and you'll be like, nah. I need you to take it seriously. I need you to take it seriously because this isn't something to sweep underneath the rug for you. And if you do keep sweeping it underneath the rug, I mean, you can keep doing that and doing that and doing that, and it affects your relationships. And if that's the way we've learned to cope, because that's the way we only know, the only way we know how, awesome. But I need you to take this seriously, whatever this is, because it is affecting you in ways that you don't. It's affecting you in that it has built your ceiling. It has built your self-limiting beliefs. Because what I see is like you have this awesome little house, and what I see is this ceiling above you, and it's like, okay, I'm just happy in my own little bubble, in my own little box. But I'm like, why are you staying in the box? There's a whole world out there to explore. There's a whole world out there to explore. Why do you want to stay in your box? I understand that it's comfy and you've put in furniture, but this place doesn't even have windows. So you can't even go outside. And I think you should go outside and explore and have fun and enjoy different things. It might be a little bit overwhelming and scary, but you know what? I think you're really going to enjoy it when you get to, experience all the different aspects of life rather than just your cozy little old corner. Because when Saturn moves into retrograde back into Pisces, it feels like there's a massive shift or change for you that's going to throw you outside your box. And I think there's going to be some things when you're getting thrown outside your box and you're having to learn different things and experience different things, and things are going to be overwhelming. I want you to understand that why things are overwhelming is stemming from this bigger issue, or like this key point or this key person, rather than society at large. It's just coming from a trigger that what I really wanted you to focus on and get and like understand the trigger. I don't know if if you've done shadow prompts or the such before, but I keep seeing the number 63 and 40. And 46. I don't know if there's like shadow prompts that you've looked at, but there's like those two numbers are coming, and it's like you should do shadow prompts on those, or write those out, or do like a video or something, and or other, however you do it, to like understand what this is. Because again, there's a massive shift coming where things might get a little bit overwhelming with things. And I want you prepared for the overwhelming stuff and understand why it's overwhelming, rather than just being completely overwhelmed. And helping build in those, I really want you to help build in those tools to make things not so overwhelming for you, if that kind of makes sense. Because once Saturn goes into Aries in February of 2026 with the world reversed, I see you wanting to retreat inwards, away from society, away from other people, because it's just going to be too much. It's just going to feel like it's almost too much. And I think the big thing to really point this down to is, if you want to be able to someone who's like, I can go outside, I don't feel overwhelmed by people and things going on all around me, I would try, if there's, again, shadow prompts, if there's someone you can talk to, if you've got a good friend who's going to be able to help you like work through things, or if you have the ability to find a therapist, or if you look into online resources to help you with different types of therapy, 100% encourage all of that, because it just seems as though like we got some stuff we need to work on. Spirit's being really, really kind to you, it seems like, or Saturn wants to be very kind, as this is kind of a very delicate situation. And so it's like, we can't just come in and force things, and I don't think that's what Spirit wants to do with this situation. But I just want to really encourage you to maybe start looking at these processes, look how things are, and when you're ready to take those next steps, Saturn's got your back. It's really got your back in encouraging you to be the best version of you. But Saturn's really understanding of, it doesn't need tough love sometimes, we need gentle love. And I think that's what Saturn is kind of here for you in this Pisces and Aries time frame. Because it's like some things just can't be forced. Some things are just going to need to be, we're going to encourage you, but we aren't going to push you, is kind of what it feels like here. So that's what I'm seeing here for you, Samwise Tiny Hands. So, all right. Next we have Brienne. So let's see what's going on with Brienne. Y'all, Saturn can be mean, but Saturn is also can be really nice. So let's see here. What's going on for you, Brienne? Yes, Saturn has definitely got Samwise's back. Like, definitely. Like, got you back all the way. In your own time, too. Which, Saturn is tough love, but Saturn also is love at the end of the day, right? Saturn knows how is a father figure at the core of him. Saturn is a father figure. Father figures can be tough love. father figures can also be immensely supportive backbone. So like everyone's like, Saturn's so mean. I'm like, Saturn is just here to do some lessons, but it also knows when to back off when needed. So yes, Saturn's got your back. All right, let's take a look here. What's going on for Brienne with this whole Saturn in Aries? All right, Brienne. So for your Saturn in Aries. So for this first month, with the 5 of Wands, I see you really detaching yourself from people who just want to fight with you. Whether these are people who are just miserable, whether these are people who are just, you are finding your own sense of peace. You're like, I don't want to fight with nobody. I don't want to deal with nobody. And you're just here like, I want my peace. I'm looking for what my inner world is and the such. And that's what this kind of next month and a half looks like. It's like you finding your inner peace. I don't want to fight with people. I'm not here to start fights. I'm not here to be someone's punching bag. I'm here to be me and find my own sense of self and just feel serenity. Serenity now is kind of what I'm feeling here for you. Looking into when Pisces moves, or Saturn moves into Pisces. 6 of Wands. So I see you kind of getting into your winning season. Excuse me. With the butterflies and the location in the back. You're going through like your chrysalis moment, Brienne. Where it's like you've been going through a chrysalis moment and I see you like emerging as a very changed person. Where you've learned your lessons and now it's time to not test yourself, but each lesson that you've learned, you are now putting into practice moving forward. And it's like 6 of Wands, I'm loud, I'm proud, I'm in charge, I'm living in my boss babe era, and I'm just doing what I'm doing. It is a really beautiful energy in that there's not a lot of things that people can do to tear you down because you in that time frame, I'm like, you're in your winning season. Things that you touch, turn to gold. Things that you're doing phenomenal. Like, you are just doing all the things that you've been wanting and needing to do. And then once Saturn moves back into Aries in February, I see you have some people around you that I see a revealing of a revealing of a lot of truths. Or people are going to be like, oh shit, you know what? I'm going to tell you the truth about situations, people, places, things. That may be like, this is why I was so angry with you. Oh, this is why I did this. Oh, that's why that happened. And in reality, like, once you're living your best life, other people are going to be like, oh shit, I kind of feel like a dum-dum because of the way that they treated you or the such. So that's what I'm seeing here for you. All right. Hi, Lida. Good evening. I am... we're actually doing Saturn moving into Aries readings. So if you want to get in on the list, we're just kind of looking at what's kind of some timeline stuff for each individual that like Saturn might be trying to teach you during this next kind of phase of Saturn moving into Aries. So that's what we are doing today. So next we have Cautious Observer. So let's see what we got. Cautious Observer, you're next. So, let's see what we got going on. Alright, what's going on for Miss Cautious Observer? Alright. 1, 2, 3. All right. Yeah. What Daddy Saturn is saying. Yeah. Again, Daddy Saturn is having a good time. Like, he is. He's fair. What is fair is fair. If you aren't learning your shit, though, man, we're going to break that down. But if you're learning your lessons, like, you're going to do just fine. So, yeah, and Brienne, you've been letting go of past things. Oh, yeah. No, and you're getting into your winning season. All the things that you've been needing to let go of, all of those things, you are doing the damn thing. And you're doing great with it. And keep doing it. Because you need to. And because you want to. And that's amazing. So, all right. Now we got Cautious Observer. What's kind of going on for Cautious Observer here with this Saturn in Aries? So you have the Seven of Cups. So this next month and a half, you're having some things solidify for you. Seven of Cups is like, oh, having it be reversed. It's like, I don't have a lot of options. It's like things are solidifying down to the decision of like what you need to do. It's like, we can't distract ourselves no more. We can't look the other way. Something is becoming obviously and abundantly clear in your life. Where it's like, you got to deal with this. It's no, you can't distract no more. You got to do it. You got to bite the bullet and just do it. Because if you don't, we're going to come back around. What's meant to go is meant to go. And this is feeling like it's got to go. Something's becoming very abundantly clear at this point in time that it needs to, that you need to address, or it needs to go, or the such. Because as Saturn moves back into Pisces, with this Queen of Cups reversed, I am seeing you getting kind of overly critical of yourself, overly emotional. There's going to be a lot of stuff that I think not sets you off, but triggers you into having an emotional response. Whether this is just a lot of intense emotions is going to be with that Saturn in Pisces, where you're going to be kind of hard to talk to. And that's not a bad thing per se, but as I was saying before with the with that King of Cups, I need you to learn, I want you to keep working on regulating your emotions. And when I say regulate, I mean regulate. If this is you getting a diagnosis or working with doctors on specific medications or the such, the Queen of Cups to me is very much like, I want you to... Your mental health is important to everyone, including you. And I want you to make that a priority to help you continue leading the best life that you possibly can. And with regulating and expressing and not repressing. Or feeling things really intensely. Because that's what I'm kind of, and I'm really excited because I don't want you being super, super reactive to things. Because I don't feel like you would want to be super reactive to things as much as you possibly have been. And I think you can like 100% come out here on the other side of like, you know what, this is a priority for me, and and I want to not have to be this way, and I want to be a more evolved version of myself. Because once Saturn moves into Aries direct in February, I feel like we're going to be having some moments of people wanting to trigger you, of things that are going to be really overwhelming, or situations that are going to be kind of negative around you. Now, what I want to say here to this, it's not like, oh my gosh, I would have all these bad things happening. No. You're going to have things that are going to tempt you around you. We're going to have influences that want to sway you one way or the other. And I think you getting yourself, like your head on straight, you getting yourself in a space, or working towards getting yourself to a space where your emotions are in a good spot, I think is going to make this situation, it's instead of it being like this ominous thing in the future, it's really going to be, I don't know why I want to pick this card up. you're going to be able to weather the storm a little bit more and be empowered rather than be in this set of like, oh my goodness, all these negative things are going on. It's more along the lines of, I'm going to be able to weather the storm of things going on around me, because you know what? I'm getting my head on straight. I'm not only getting my head on straight, I get to lead more of my life. But one, we need to make things that are abundantly clear that are coming onto us. We need to work on those things. And then as we're working on those things and we're making mental health, I think, a priority, you, my dear, are going to be, you are able to sidestep a lot of that negativity and really have yourself be a more empowered version of yourself. So that's what I am seeing there for cautious observer. But that's you making your health a priority. All right. So next we have you make it worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then if there's one more person that comes in that wants a reading, awesome. If not, I will probably end it. I'm only going to take one more person because we've done quite a few today already, and I want to keep my energy up. So let's see. You make it worth it is next to get a reading. So let's take a look. What's going on with you make it worth it? What's kind of coming up for your Saturn moving into Aries? So once Saturn is moving into Aries tomorrow, and then it's going until July of this year. So, and then so you're coming into your winning season. Whatever projects that you kind of have going on, yeah. Thank you, cautious observer. I'm not 100% certain what's going on either with everything going on. And maybe I was reading someone around you as well. But we'll see what's kind of going on. I know I'm also I'm fading fast. So I might also be near the end of like what my limit is. I'm still trying to find that. So maybe I'm going to see what this reading is yet. And then after that, I still have my list here. And I might do another live tomorrow or Sunday doing stuff with this. So, yeah. So you make it worth it. Let's see. Because, yeah, looking here with the Queen of Pentacles upright, moving here with this Aries in Saturn, this Queen of Pentacles, it's like you're overlooking things that you've made. Whether this is your house, the things that are going on. I feel like a lot of the time stuff has been pretty stable in your life. For the most part, you've got a pretty stable living situation, stable family, and the such. And I feel like we're maintaining that stability. And we're maintaining our winning, getting our money, having our resources, and the such. I don't see too much change actually for you with Saturn moving into Aries. I really don't. Not too much. It's like you got all the things and you're very content what we got. So things are moving into the way of I'm going to be content. Moving into the Five of Cups with when Saturn moves into Pisces in that retrograde. Five of Cups. I see we're going to have to do some spiritual, emotional grieving. Letting stuff go. Letting go of old preconceived notions. Also, there's like a realization, I feel like, around your body or health in some way that you're going to have, like, I get to realize. And whether this is something that you've been actively working on already or something that might just be new. It feels like there's something coming up here that you're addressing with your body or your sense of self. Maybe this is your mindset and how you're looking at things. And that's a really major focal point from this July time frame to this February time frame of Saturn moving back into Pisces, as you're just trying to like heal some stuff as well and move on from past things that have been happening. And it's like, this is like not re-grieving, but just like going through that process and almost kind of like not ending it, but lessening the effects of grieving. And then once Aries moves back into, or Saturn moves back into Aries, the Justice card up are reversed. So, yeah, this is actually going to be my last reading. And I have my list. I do have my list. So, yeah. Because, yeah, Justice here. Something's weird. Something's really weird. I'm actually gonna not. Something's really weird. I'm like almost like. I'm trying to figure out what's going on because it's almost like my brain just shut off right now. So I'm going to try and interpret this last card, but this will be my last reading. Thank you, camera. I get it. Because the Justice card here to me is like what's kind of going on once you hit like February of next year. It seems like we're going to have some issues, but it's almost like you are jumping up to the next puddle, but like you can never get over the waterfall. And I'm not sure why. Something's just weird. I'm going to actually, you make it worth it. You're going to get added back in with the previous reading along with Cautious Observer. And I'm going to redo these readings because I can already feel that it's like I hit a wall, and I don't want to give you guys bad readings. I do want to get quality, but knowing like I'm just trying to figure out like what my limits are for these because again, I haven't done a ton of these public ones, but yeah, that's what I've got. So I'm going to leave it here because it seems like there's some, it's like you're running up a hill, but you can never get up the hill. And I'm not sure what this is. And it's like my brain completely shut off. It's like, you can't know that. No. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And I'm going to re-add you back in, later. But that's what I'm feeling here. I mean, I think I did several readings, and even before that, I did the general ones. So thank you, everyone who joined. I'm glad for the people who were able to come and enjoy. I'm planning on doing a few more of these, as I actually really, really enjoy them. And if you guys want, next week for members, I am going to be doing personal readings for members on Thursday. Because it'll be the end of the month for near then, and then also I will be doing personal readings. So every member who did not get a personal reading tonight, but who wants one, I will be doing personal readings for members. And we will be going from there. So thank you all so very, very, very much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. And I hope to see you all around. New videos coming out next week. We might be looking more at the Diddy trial because then y'all just hear the big news and the bombshells. So, that's what I've got. So thank you all so very much, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Also, before everyone leaves, If you want, follow me on my social medias. I have a Facebook and I have a Twitter, and I typically post whenever I'm going live. I will post it to my Facebook page or my Twitter page. So if you put on notifications for that, you can always make sure that you get an update of when I'm going live if you want to be part of more of these, as I try and go live at least once a week. So if you want to know more about that, I would highly suggest following me on those platforms. So thank you, and all right.